My name is Brandon, and I am doing a book talk on Fat Kid Rules the World by K.L. Going. It is a fiction book that takes place in New York. The main character's name is Troy. He is a 17-year-old who struggles with depression and thoughts of suicide. He is obese and never seems to fit in. He is extremely self-conscious, and he feels like the world would be a better place if he wasn't in it. So the story starts off in a subway station. Troy is contemplating suicide, and he is tempted to step off of the platform in front of an oncoming train. Just as he is about to step off of the platform, he hears a voice that's talking to him. The man's name behind the voice is Kurt, so they begin to talk, and Kurt persuades Troy to take him to lunch. While at lunch, Troy learns that Kurt is half homeless. Half of the time he's at home, and half of the time he is on the streets. Kurt and his stepdad never get along, and his stepdad is always threatening him. So the only time Kurt is ever at home is when they are gone at work or out of town. Coincidentally, Troy's home life is quite similar. The only differences are that his mom had died a few years back, and that his dad is a Marine. Troy can never seem to impress his dad, nor seem to have any importance to anyone in his home. His brother makes fun of him, and always shows him up at everything, and his dad always expects something bigger and better than what Troy has to offer. Something that really sticks out to me in this book comes from the conversation that Troy and Kurt are having at lunch. "I've got to get home, Kurt. I'll order you something else, but my father is expecting me." Kurt looks directly at me for the first time since the subway station. "Come on, man," he says. "Please? I gotta stay until I feel better. Just order a soda or something." It's the please that gets me. No one has said please to me in a long time. There's something about being fat that makes everyone think they're doing you the favor. As lunch continued, Kurt also mentioned that he is trying to start a band, but that he needs a drummer. He gives Troy the invitation to be the drummer, but Troy has never drummed before. After a lot of hard thinking, Troy decides to accept the offer because he thinks it will make him of some importance and that people might actually learn to accept him. Later on in the story, Kurt gets him lessons with a famous drummer from the band Smash Metal Puppets. After hours of practicing and nothing to show for it, Troy begins to get discouraged, and he just wants to leave. Kurt insists that he stays and that he continues to practice, but Troy resists. This causes Troy to make a decision to quit the band. Troy soon regrets his decision and wants to join the band again. He spends weeks looking for Kurt, but he is nowhere to be found. Troy is stuck waiting and hoping that Kurt will turn up and give him another chance. This book, in my opinion, really does a good job to describe the kinds of things that many people may or may not bottle up inside and the results that go along with them. I have experienced firsthand friends that have gone through dark times such as these. But the thing that really matters to them is that you are a friend to them and that you give them someone to talk to, and that they have someone that will stick by them and just continue to interact with them. This is a really interesting read, but I would not recommend this book for any girls because of some of the graphic parts in this book. I would not recommend this book to anyone who takes offense to bad language or minor sexual content. But if you're looking for a book to put you at the other end of things, and to really get a glimpse of what it is like for many others who struggle with depression or even thoughts of suicide, maybe for a study or just to see their side of the story and their side of things, then I would recommend this book because it would be a really great read.